Welcome back, student. As per our last discussion, we have discussed plane polarized light, plane of PPL, and how plane polarized light produce. Okay, everything. Now, in continuation with this, again consider plane polarized light. Okay, so this is the plane polarized light. This is light, okay, and this is the direction of propagation. Now allow this light to pass through the solution of any organic compound. Allow this, what we have to do? Pass this light, which light? Plane polarized light, through the solution of organic compound. Solution of organic compound. Okay. And here one more instrument, that is analyzer. Okay. This analyzer or polarimeter will study the emerging light through the solution, coming out through the solution. Okay, it is a glass this container is a glass container, okay, having organic compound, okay, solution of organic compound, and then we have to pass this plane polarized light through this organic compound, solution of organic compound, and then whatever light is coming out through the solution, that light we have to analyze through this instrument, that is called polarimeter. Okay, here we are observing this observer. Okay, now just observe this light. If this is the plane polarized light, okay, and then if the same light will coming out through this solution, same light, no change, nothing, same light is coming out through this solution, no change, whatever light entering through this solution into this solution, and same light is coming out, means vibrating, having vibration in vertical direction. Before solution, this light vibrating in vertical plane. After going through this solution, light is again vibrating in vertical plane. Okay, then this organic compound is said to be optically inactive. When the same light is coming out, there is no change in the vibration. Before entering solution, vibrating in vertical direction, and after coming through the solution, vibrating in vertical direction, no change, same light is coming out. Then the organic compound is said to be optically inactive. Okay, now, and suppose if this light coming through this solution is get deviated, I will try to draw deviated in either right direction, suppose right direction or left direction, right direction or left direction, right means this or left means this. Okay, right direction or left direction, then this organic compound is said to be optically active. Is said to be optically active when the plane of PPL get deviated, rotated toward either right side or left side in clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction, then the organic compound is said to be optically active. If there is no rotation, then same light is coming out, then optically inactive. Okay, so right direction rotation, left direction rotation, the organic compound is said to be optically active. No deviation, zero deviation, no rotation, neither clockwise nor anti-clockwise, then optically inactive. Okay, so this is the meaning of optically active compound. Okay, see, suppose if we here in this container, if we take only water, then what happen? Then there is no deviation. It means water is optically inactive. Again, one more example. Take a solution of ethanol. Again, there is no rotation, no deviation. Same light, whatever light emerging through this solution is vibrating in the same plane before this. Okay, so that's why it is optically inactive. Again, take one butanol. Suppose one butanol means this CH3OH, CH2, CH2, CH3. If we add one butanol, then allow this plane polarized light to pass through this solution one butanol, then and observed by analyzer. What happen? Same light will come out. Same. Before entering into the solution of one butanol, the light is vibrating in vertical direction, and after coming through the solution of one butanol, light is vibrating in vertical direction, means there is no deviation. Deviation is zero. Rotation neither clockwise nor anti-clockwise. That's why one butanol is said to be optically inactive. Now take another example, 2-butanol. 2-butanol. What happened to this 2-butanol? Put 2-butanol instead of 1-butanol, to put 2-butanol. Then allow this light to pass through the solution of 2-butanol and then observe. Then what happened? This light will deviate. Whatever light is coming through the solution is vibrating in different plane. Not like this. Is not vibrating in vertical plane, but vibrating in different plane. Like now this, not like this, or now like this, or left. In vibrating left direction, rotate toward left side or right side. That is called 2-butanol is optically active. 2-butanol is optically active. Again, take glyceraldehyde. D-glyceraldehyde. For example, D for glyceraldehyde. Okay, take this. We are having two glyceraldehyde, D-glyceraldehyde and L-glyceraldehyde. Suppose take D-glyceraldehyde and pass plane polarized light through the solution, and then whatever light is coming toward this, it will deviate in right side, toward right side. Okay, means D-glyceraldehyde is optically active. And then take L-glyceraldehyde, capital L-glyceraldehyde, and then regarding for L-glyceraldehyde, this will vibrate in left side. So glyceraldehyde are same, structurally they are same, but these two D and L-glyceraldehyde showing different direction of rotation. D-glyceraldehyde, for example, in right side, and L-glyceraldehyde vibrating in left side. It means these two are optical isomers of each other. These two are glyceraldehyde are optical isomers of each other. Okay, so not all organic compound going to show this property. This property is called optical activity. What is optical activity? The property, the plane polarized light get deviated. This ability to rotate the plane of PPL toward right side or left side is called optical activity. Okay, is called optical activity. Now, not all compounds show this property. Okay, some criteria is there, and if compound satisfy that criteria, then that compound show optical activity. Otherwise, not possible. Okay, now here D-glyceraldate rotating in right side, those isomers, stereoisomers or optical isomers, here these two are the optical isomers of each other, D-glyceraldate and L-glyceraldate, because these two showing opposite direction. The difference is only direction of rotation. One is rotating toward right side and another rotating toward left side. So they are optical isomers. They are optical isomers. Now see, among these two, one is rotating toward right side, and those isomers which rotate the plane of PPL toward right side, that is called dextrorotatory. Dextrorotatory, and it is represented by small d or plus sign. Okay, so here this D, capital D glyceraldate is before the name of this glyceraldate, write small d. Why small d? Because it is dextrorotatory, that is the meaning. Okay, and those optical isomers which rotate the plane of PPL toward left side, that is called levorotatory. LAEVO, levorotatory, optically active compound, and it is represented by small d or minus sign. Okay, small d or minus sign. Okay, so student, in this experiment what we have seen, initially we have taken source of plane polarized light having vibration in single direction. Okay, then we have passed this plane polarized light through the solution of organic compound, and then whatever light is emerging or coming out through this solution, now we are analyzing this light. Okay, during analysis, if it is found that if same light is coming out, then there is no rotation, then that compound is said to be optically inactive. Okay, and if there is rotation toward right side or left side, either right side or left side, okay, then that compound is said to be optically active. Here we have taken various example, some organic compound showing optical inactivity, and some optical compound is able to rotate the plane of PPL toward right side or left side, that compound is said to be optically active. Okay, and in case of glyceraldate, one glyceraldate showing right direction and another glyceraldate means isomers, stereoisomers of glyceraldate showing left side. Right side means dextrorotatory optically active, left side means levorotatory optically active. Both are optically active but opposite direction. Direction rotate through angle, same angle, magnitude is same but direction is opposite, right side, left side. Okay, that is the only difference. Such isomers, dextrorotatory glyceraldate and levorotatory glyceraldate, are called optical isomers of each other. Okay, so student, in next class I will explain the same by taking another example and again some concept in optical activity. Thank you very much.